Hey guys, it's Carl. Welcome back to my channel. So since last year, I had coached so many people on their interviews. I had candidates across different regions from Asia, North America, Europe, and Australia. And I noticed for the majority of them, people who's reaching out to me, they have a very shared problem. Regardless of their region, their background, the kind of field they're in, and their level of expertise, their year of experience. And when I was giving these people feedbacks, there's a very common feedback I give to a lot of them. I was like, hey, no offense, but you sound so boring. And that is what I want to talk about in this video. When I was looking at the interview scripts from all these candidates, like I literally asked them to write those things out, what they're gonna say, or I kind of just take down what they're saying, like write them out in a paper, in a document, see those texts. Those things looks really good. Like they're describing their experience, what they're good at, their motivation, and what their skills are in the best way ever. But when they're delivering it in person or like virtually, they're doing it so shitty, excuse my language. Imagine you're dating someone and the other person is like, hey, I think I found the love of my life. I think you're my dream girl. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Like imagine someone saying some good things, but there's no emotion, there's no potency behind it. It just feels so much off, like it's just not very congruent. And when I was discussing these problems with a lot of these people are like, I kind of realized that, but I don't know how to change. Like this is how I naturally sound. I think this is how I am. And I've been talking like this. I think I have been like this for the past, I don't remember how long, probably 20 years of my life. And then they don't think it's possible for them to change. Like they kind of accept that's who they are. And I think what people don't realize is that the way people sound, the way they talk, the potency behind it, the energy level, the vibe and everything, I think it all comes down to a series of behaviors. It's just how you behave in terms of talking. And do you agree that behaviors can be changed? Yes or no? So if you think in this way, it's definitely doable with an intentional process. So I think the biggest reason people think it's really hard for them to change this behavior is that they think they're kind of born with this, right? And in terms of speaking with energy, sound more charismatic and interesting, it is a skill that they need to pick up like from scratch. They need to learn this thing from zero.
Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000.
Jesus, that's my mortgage, man.
Exactly, you could pay off your mortgage.
In reality, it's not. And I think the best example here is if you have any gamer friends, you know, the people that's like super addicted to video games, who spend like 20 hours on weekends on video games alone in their house. And you see them out there in the real world being like the nerdy, shy little kids who doesn't talk, cannot hold eye contact, has like little social skills. Once they get back home alone in their room, put on their headphones, they start talking. You know, they start to have personality. They start to have their sense of humor. And they're probably the loudest in this whole game. So it's really not about learning those things from scratch. You just need to unblock yourself and letting those things out. And I personally used to only have some personality when I was gaming, but over time I allow myself to have some personality in other areas of my life, especially in scenarios where it is in my best interest to influence people's decision making, for example, interviews. Like, I want to sound more charismatic, I want to be more likable. And then another reason people think it's really hard for them to change the way they talk or this whole series of behavior is that oftentimes they attach this to their own personality. And this is why it's very common when you hear people saying things like, hey, I feel like I have a different personality when I'm speaking English or like when I'm speaking French versus when I'm speaking Chinese or whatever their first language is. They feel like sometimes when they're speaking Chinese, they're like nicer, you know, they're more gentle. And then when they are speaking English, they're probably more confident or they sound more aggressive, etc. Or maybe it's the other way around. So think about changing your personality. This is a very scary thing, right? If you think about it, you probably freak out because it feels like there's so much uncertainty that comes with it, and then that's going to trigger a lot of insecurities or just fear of outcome. Like, what will people think of me, especially those people that know me for so many years? Like, what would they think? So you're probably wondering how you can get over this. And just because this problem is so personal and case by case, I can only give you a very high level and short answer, which is stop asking yourself how you can improve it or how you can change the way you talk. It's more about asking yourself why you don't allow yourself to talk in this way. So that's the end of this video, and I think this is a short one, but I hope that's helpful and hope that's inspiring in some way and hope you like it. And if you want to have a chat or some consultation on any incoming interviews, or you just have some general questions on how to sound better, how to improve your communication skill, how to, be more charismatic, or if there's any specific personal questions, my DM is open, and you can also find my contacts on the screen. So my name is Carl. I'll see you guys in the next.